Welcome to MystiChrono, where history's deepest shadows reveal their secrets. Today we uncover a mystery older than Egypt, the rise and sudden disappearance of one of humanity's greatest civilizations, the Indus Valley Civilization. A civilization ahead of its time. Between 2600 and 1900 BCE, cities flourished along the Indus River, with brick houses, advanced drainage, and straight roads. While much of the world still lived in tribes, the Indus people built the first urban miracle, cities of perfection. Names like Harappa, Mohenjo-Daro, and Dholavira shine through history. Their streets formed perfect grids, homes had private wells, even public baths existed. This wasn't chaos, it was planned genius. Once, thousands of years ago, a magnificent civilization thrived along the banks of the Indus River, a place where science, order, and peace shaped daily life. But today, only silence remains. 4. The Great Bath Mystery. At Mohenjo-Daro stands a massive brick pool known as the Great Bath, possibly used for ritual purification. But who were the priests? What faith demanded such sacred water? The answers are lost in time. The people and their daily life. Archaeology reveals peaceful traders, artisans, and farmers. No swords, no armies, no palaces, suggesting a society ruled by equality, not empire. The Indus Valley Civilization may have met its demise due to invasion. According to one theory by British archaeologist Mortimer Wheeler, a nomadic Indo-European tribe called the Aryans suddenly overwhelmed and conquered the Indus River Valley. Wheeler, who was Director General of the Archaeological Survey of India from 1944 to 1948, posited that many unburied corpses found in the top levels of the Mohenjo-Daro archaeological site were victims of war. The theory suggested that by using horses and more advanced weapons against the peaceful Harappan people, the Aryans may have easily defeated them. Yet shortly after Wheeler proposed his theory, other scholars dismissed it by explaining that the skeletons were not victims of invasion massacres, but rather the remains of hasty burials. Wheeler himself eventually admitted that the theory could not be proven, and the skeletons indicated only a final phase of human occupation, with the decay of the city structures likely a result of it becoming uninhabited. Later opponents of the invasion theory went so far as to state that adherents to the idea put forth in the 1940s were subtly justifying the British government's policy of intrusion into and subsequent colonial rule over India. Various elements of the Indus civilization are found in later cultures, suggesting the civilization did not disappear suddenly due to an invasion. Many scholars came to believe in an Indo-Aryan migration theory, stating that the Harappan culture was assimilated during a migration of the Aryan people into northwest India. Other scholarship suggests the collapse of Harappan society resulted from climate change. Some experts believe the drying of the Saraswati River, which began around 1900 BCE, was the main cause for climate change, while others conclude that a great flood struck the area. Any major environmental change, such as deforestation, flooding, or droughts due to a river changing course, could have had disastrous effects on Harappan society, such as crop failures, starvation, and disease. Skeletal evidence suggests many people died from malaria, which is most often spread by mosquitoes. This also would have caused a breakdown in the economy and civic order within the urban areas. Another disastrous change in the Harappan climate might have been eastward-moving monsoons, or winds that bring heavy rains. Monsoons can be both helpful and detrimental to a climate, depending on whether they support or destroy vegetation and agriculture. The monsoons that came to the Indus River Valley aided the growth of agricultural surpluses, which supported the development of cities such as Harappa. The population came to rely on seasonal monsoons, rather than irrigation, and as the monsoons shifted eastward, the water supply would have dried up. Archaeologists uncovered cities buried deep under layers of dust, revealing an advanced world lost for nearly 4,000 years. The Indus Valley Civilization, a mystery older than history itself. The hidden script. Over 4,000 artifacts bear tiny symbols, the Indus script, yet no one can read it. Without their words, we can only guess their thoughts, their gods, their end. Harappa, Mohenjo-Daro, Dolavira, cities built with precision. Straight roads, drainage systems and brick homes showed an urban design unmatched even today. The great Indus Valley Civilization, located in modern-day India and Pakistan, began to decline around 1800 BCE. The civilization eventually disappeared, along with its two great cities, Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa. Harappa lends its name to the Indus Valley people because it was the civilization's first city to be discovered by modern archaeologists. Archaeological evidence indicates that trade with Mesopotamia, located largely in modern Iraq, seemed to have ended. The advanced drainage system and baths of the great cities were built over or blocked. Writing began to disappear, and the standardized weights and measures used for trade and taxation fell out of use. Scholars have put forth differing theories to explain the disappearance of the Harappans, including an Aryan invasion and climate change marked by overwhelming monsoons. Trade across oceans. Seals from Harappa reached Mesopotamia. Boats sailed the Arabian Sea carrying beads, metals, and spices. They were global traders long before the word existed. 8. A civilization without war. Unlike Egypt or Babylon, no fortresses or weapons dominate the ruins. Was peace their greatest strength or their fatal weakness? Artifacts reveal trade with Mesopotamia and beyond. They exported jewels, ivory, and spices, creating one of the world's earliest global economies. No evidence of war, no massive weapons, no mighty kings. The people of the Indus lived peacefully, a society built on balance and equality. The river of life. The Saraswati and Indus rivers were their lifelines, nourishing vast farmlands. But the earth was changing, silently preparing their doom. The vanishing river's geological studies show the Saraswati dried up around 1900 BCE. Without water, crops failed. The heartbeat of the civilization slowly stopped. Nature turns hostile. Evidence of massive floods and earthquakes emerges in Mohenjo-Daro's layers. Water once gave them life, and then took it back. At the heart of Mohenjo-Daro lies a mysterious structure, the Great Bath. Some believe it was for ritual cleansing, others say it marked sacred power. Its true purpose remains unknown. The shifting climate. Monsoons weakened. The region turned drier, harsher. Fields turned to dust, and cities turned into ruins. Climate collapse, thousands of years before the modern world faced it. The Indus and Saraswati rivers were their lifelines. These mighty waters brought fertility, trade, and abundance, but nature was watching, ready to take it all back. The Aryan arrival. Around 1500 BCE, Indo-Aryan tribes entered the region. Old theories blamed them for invasion, but no destruction has been found. The Indus people were already fading before outsiders came. The silent Exodus families left their homes, following rivers eastward. Their descendants would help shape the later Vedic culture of India. The Indus didn't die, they transformed. Geological evidence suggests the Saraswati River began to dry up around 1900 BCE. Crops failed, droughts spread, and life became impossible. The civilization began to crumble. The lost technology. Precision-cut stones, advanced drainage, standardized weights, all point to engineering brilliance. How did they learn it? And why did the knowledge vanish with them? The skeletons of Mohenjo-Daro. In narrow streets, archaeologists found skeletons lying face down. No fire, no struggle, just sudden death. Was it plague, radiation, or something unknown? Theories of destruction. From meteor strikes to ancient nuclear blasts, wild ideas abound. Some scientists dismiss them. Others say ancient texts describe strange lights in the sky. Fact or myth, the mystery deepens. The civilization that whispered. Unlike others, the Indus left no kings, no wars, no glory, only harmony. Maybe their silence itself is their message. Progress without pride. Rediscovery and legacy. In the 1920s, when British archaeologists unearthed Harappa, the world realized India's history was far older than believed. Their innovations in urban planning, sanitation, and equality echo even today. The mystery lives on. The Indus Valley did not fall in battle. It simply faded into sand and silence. Yet its spirit survives, in rivers, rituals, and the DNA of millions. What truly happened may never be known, but its story still beats beneath our feet. Thank you for watching MystiChrono, where every mystery hides a truth, and every truth hides a story. Stay curious.